As, as usual, I'm going to be giving you mentioning a few things that I thought you did really well. And then I'm going to get into a few suggestions that you could implement for future speeches. So, as I like how you told us what you were going to talk about, and then you did exactly that. It's always nice to keep your audience informed and engaged at all times. So really well done there. But the highlight for me was the anecdotal stories that you had. Your first one was you mentioned your job. I'm assuming you're in software engineering. That's what I gathered. You mentioned a lot of meetings and presentations. Definitely reiterated your motivation for joining Toastmasters. So that was nice to see. You then mentioned your dogs, Sarge and Bear, and how you did on hikes with them. I think it was Fountain Creek, which is, I don't think any of us don't like dogs. So yeah, that was nice. Great talking point there. But I really liked the traveling anecdotes you had, especially the ones on India. I'm not Indian, but I can relate. I really enjoyed you are correct. The food is like absolutely fantastic. I'm a little biased, just so you guys know, but I think definitely resonated when you mentioned that they eat with their hands, because that's something I do as well. Just so you know, it is more of a South Indian thing to do. In North India, they don't directly like touching their food, so they use. You mentioned tortillas. It's like we call it like paratha and like roti and things like that. Yeah, really neat to know. But now I'm going to get into the suggestions. You weren't making direct eye contact with us. I'm assuming that's because you hadn't memorized your speech. So for future speeches, highly recommend doing that, because then I think you'd feel more comfortable and you could focus more on, the gestures, which is what I like to do. And that leads me to my second point, and that is I would stand up. It's hard to see the gestures when you're like, confined in your seat. So highly recommend doing that as well. But overall, like really great speech. I thought you knocked it out of the park, and I'm looking forward to hearing more speeches in the future. Thank you.
Thank you.